Okay, so we need to go pretty quickly because this is a fairly lengthy problem. The length of the minute hand is 150% of the length of the hour hand. So we need to ask ourselves the question, what is 150% of 30? Because we are trying to find the length of the minute hand, and we know it's 150% of the hour hand, which is 30. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our formula. A is equal to P times by W, or part is equal to percent in decimal form times by the whole. So A is equal to 1.5 times by 30. We're going to end up with A is equal to 45. So we know that the length of our minute hand is 45. Now, in 1 hour, how much farther does the tip of the minute hand move than the tip of the hour hand? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So when we're looking at this, in 1 hour, the minute hand is going to go one full circle around the clock. So that's going to be one circumference. So we can find the circumference of this circle. Now, when we're looking at the hour hand, in 1 hour, okay, it's only going to move from the 3 to the 4. Okay, so that's not going to be a full circumference. That is just going to be 1/12 of the way around the circle. So we're going to take our circumference and divide it by 12. So starting with our minute hand, we're going to see that circumference is equal to pi times by diameter. We have our radius right now from the center to the edge of our circle. So we're going to take this 45 and times it by 2 to equal 90. So our circumference is equal to pi times by 90, or to approximate that, circumference is equal to 3.14 times by 90. Now when we do this, we need to grab our calculator. Our calculator, we're going to do 3.14 times by 90, and that's going to give us 282.6. So we have 282.6 for our circumference of our minute hand, or how far the tip of the minute hand moved in 1 hour. Now, taking a look at our hour hand, we're going to use the same formula. Circumference is equal to pi times by diameter. Our radius for our hour hand is only 30. It's not going the full diameter, so we'll take 30 and times it by 2 to end up at 60, which we can then plug in for our diameter. Circumference is then equal to pi times by 60, which we can approximate by using 3.14. So we have 3.14 times by 60. Now when we do this, we're going to find out that our circumference is going to approximately be, and we have 3.14 times by 60 is equal to 188.4. Now, we have to remember we didn't go the full distance around for our hour hand. We only went 1/12 of the way. So we're going to take this 188.4 and we're going to divide it by 12. So when we're looking at this, we're going to grab our calculator, take this 188 and divide it by 12, and we're going to end up with 15.7. Now, because we're looking at the difference between how far that they moved, how much farther did the tip of the minute hand move than the tip of the hour hand, we're going to subtract these two numbers. So we're going to take 282.6, we're going to minus 15.7, and we're going to find our answer. So grabbing our calculator, we have 282.6. We're going to minus 15.7, and we're going to find that's going to be 266.9. So we should end up with 266.9 for our answer. Wonderful. Now, just be careful. It does say to round to the nearest tenth. We did end up with an answer in the tenths place, so we didn't need to change anything. I'm not sure how they're going to ask this question on the actual test. They may be having the minute hand go more than one time around the circle, in which case you may do 2 circumferences. You might be going more than 1 hour, so you might be using 2/12 or 3/12 or 4/12 to go all the way around the circle for the hour hand. Just be paying attention to how they might change this for the actual test.